What's going on, people? We should be excited for another great week. We're gonna see Minecraft Dungeons Hero Edition and a lot more things for that package. So stick around while we begin. Before we begin, welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to make sure you get notified of future releases. It already appears that players are able to preload their upcoming Minecraft spin-off Minecraft Dungeons, which is scheduled to launch later this month. We all know for a fact that Minecraft is well played by over 100 million people every month. Pretty much every platform has this game, and it's even used to teach many children in schools on a global level. It's easily said it could be one of the biggest games by Microsoft, and it's remained relevant as well as popular for more than a decade. Like all Minecraft titles, Dungeons isn't specific to Xbox. The game was initially planned as a Nintendo exclusive. But there's a certain lot of expectation on how the Switch version might actually perform. If you closely observe, there is actually a little bit of Nintendo about dungeons. Dungeon crawlers tend to have a hardcore gamer appeal. But lately, this one has some of its harder edges softened. The early response from the core PC gamers has been largely enthusiastic about this release. The developers also wanted to keep this game approachable, at the same time retaining as much as complexity as possible, including depth. The objective is that if you put a gamepad into somebody's hand, they should be able to pick it up and play it straight away. Amazingly, it seems to have really worked well. The news comes from the game's official Microsoft Store page, which was actually updated with new information about the upcoming dungeon crawler. So far, the details listed are specifically tied to the PC version of the game, which will probably take about 2.7 GB of space. Minecraft Dungeons is set to include both local and online co-op versions. This basically supports between 2 to 4 players. It's been highly motivated by a big range of classic dungeon crawlers that was actually designed as a 3DS game. All this happened before the Nintendo Switch took place. The game has a variety of different items as well as equipments that could be used, that includes armor, artifacts, weapons, and even different gear. Above all this, we also have different items that could be pickup items you could find in the entire world. There are a lot of things to know about power-ups, pickup items, and consumables in Minecraft Dungeons. You might be wondering on how you could use power-ups and consumables in Minecraft Dungeons. Well, it's quite fairly simple in Minecraft Dungeons that involves you walking over to them and pressing the A button on the controller. Some items will give you an immediate boost or have an instant effect, while others apply lingering effects. For example, in the case of a TNT, you'll have to use it all the time, and most of the time, you don't need to think so much about power-ups, especially in dungeons, because the game pretty much will do all the work for you. You might be wondering what all are the different power-ups and consumables in Minecraft dungeons. Well, there are actually different types, wherein anything that drops on the ground and isn't a part of your gear, it doesn't go into your inventory. They're usually temporary and never last past the level that you're currently on. They can be split into different categories that includes potions, supplies, food, and other supplies. We need to understand that there's really not a ton of different pickup items in dungeons, but it's important to remember that what's there and how each one can help out in a pinch. When we talk about potions in Minecraft dungeons, they apply instantly. They give a temporary boost that's quite similar to food, but instead that increases your statistics for a little while. Let's take for example, strength potions will increase your attack damage, while swiftness potions will increase your movement speed. There may be different varieties of potions as well, but right now these are the two potions what we know. Minecraft Dungeon is due to launch for consoles as well as the PC version as soon as possible on the 26th of May. That's going to cost you $19.99. It's also important to know that Dungeons will be included with the Xbox Game Pass for PC. Right now, Xbox Game Pass is currently 50% off once again. This has been quite an interesting game because it generates a lot of randomness. Imagine in vanilla Minecraft, the environments are procedurally generated by artificial intelligence. It creates landscapes as soon as you go. Dungeons does that too, but on a better way. Instead of generating everything block by block, the game generates levels room by room. However, you need to note that these rooms are actually built by hard-working developers who create a pool of content for the artificial intelligence in order to pick that up from. So, what does all this mean? This actually means that Minecraft Dungeons doesn't have to set levels, rather they need to set pieces. And they build all these rooms within vanilla Minecraft with a special editor that's been made specifically for dungeons. When they try to get into the details, that includes creative modes with few extra tools, they do include different sets of brushes and marking tools. Developers, for example, if you'd like to delete a large section, you can just select the delete tool, double click, and all the geometry that would connect in order to make sure that you could disappear that single block. With a single click, you can also raise the ground level or create even large structures in a much more faster pace rather than normal pace. I think it's a big relief because building these things takes a very long time. It's also to be understood that it's a bit more advanced creative mode, especially in this world. So developers import everything directly into the Unreal as well as real world with extra bits and bobs. While you get used to this, you would eventually get used to the measurements and distances between things. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching.